And in another sign that Julia Gillard is trying to clear the decks for an election, the federal government has released a series of highly critical reports looking into the failure of one of its key 2007 election promises. The Green Loan Scheme involved granting interest-free loans of up to $10,000 to improve energy efficiency in as many as 200,000 homes. But after a litany of woes, the scheme has been dumped and the opposition is calling for the head of the minister who previously ran it, Peter Garrett. Peter Lloyd reports.
After months of delay, the government released 3 audit reports simultaneously. Taken together, they are a damning indictment of the execution of public policy. Penny Wong, the minister now in charge, won't talk, her office declining to make her available for comment. There was no hesitation from the other side of politics.
The report shows that 149 different guidelines around procurement and delivery of government services were breached, legal breaches in the delivery of this environment program.
Look, between this debacle and what occurred with the home insulation scheme, that the Rudd government's been, or the Rudd-Gillard government now, has been incapable of managing quite important and essential green energy initiatives.
The most critical report by Patricia Faulkner, a former top bureaucrat now with auditing firm KPMG. It examined the operations of the Federal Department of Environment, where public servants awarded lucrative contracts to firms paid to manage and operate the Green Loan Scheme. Faulkner found widespread lack of compliance with normal practices, along with some highly suspicious transactions. In 5 cases, the government paid half the value of a contract up front, only for the deal to be cancelled, with no services ever delivered. And according to Patricia Faulkner, no effort was made to recover the money. In several other instances, 100% of contracts were paid in full for no services. And a practice called contract splitting, where one big contract is divided into several smaller value contracts to get around the requirement for approval from a more senior bureaucrat. Faulkner found inappropriate relationships between public servants and suppliers, and that personal benefit may have been a factor driving procurement behaviour. An investigation into possible criminal breaches is still underway at the department. The coalition believes one head should roll immediately.
Peter Garrett still has a seat at Julia Gillard's cabinet table. That's not good enough for a minister who has led the government in debacle after debacle.
Instead of loans, the government will in future give grants to an unspecified number of accredited assessors. But that is unlikely to provide work to the many thousands of people who trained as assessors in the first place.
We've trained up thousands of these guys. The accreditation process has been a mess, but a lot of people with a lot of goodwill want to get into this industry. They want to get on with assessing people's energy efficiency and water efficiency in their homes, and it's such important work. So what we were looking for today, and what's largely missing, is the government's proposal for how to get these guys into productive work, because it's very, very important that we get them back on track.
The government says it has now changed the way public servants work, insisting there are new rules for administering a brand new green program that will be phased in over the coming months. Peter Lloyd, Lateline.
The news